Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to check in on my sinking funds, close my sinking funds out for the month of October. If you are new here and budget videos are your thing, then please stick around. We would love to have you. Let me straighten my camera up while you guys watch this short little intro clip. Okay guys, so the month of October for us in my house has been kind of traumatic. A lot of the money that I had saved up through the month of September did not roll over into the month of October. We ended up having a couple emergencies, one being my son's car. He broke down in the middle of nowhere. We had to have it towed. It happened on a Sunday. We had to pull all of our emergency cash because I wasn't able to get to the bank in order to pull out of my emergency fund that I had at the bank, and I'm kind of grateful for that because I didn't have to touch that emergency account. And I have had that emergency account for about 3 years, and I haven't had to touch it yet, even through the plague and all the things that's been happening in our country. We still have not had to pull from that emergency fund, and I would prefer to keep it that way. So we did end up having to pull out of our sinking funds. A lot of the money that we weren't using in our sinking funds we had to use. So we kind of started over. You guys know we bought this house at the end of August, and this September 1st is when we started doing the system this way. If you guys been around with me for a long time, you guys know that I used to use the Happy Planner, like Skinny Notes notebook, and that's how I did my cash envelope system. But since I've been doing it this way, I actually prefer this way over the other way, because I find that I'm saving more money this way, which is great. But it is, like I said, we had, when I closed out my sinking funds in October, I had a total of $1,117 in my sinking funds. That number, I would have liked to have added at least that amount of money, if not more than that, to my sinking funds for the month of October, but it's not looking like it's going to be that way. But we will go through here and calculate up in total my sinking funds and just see where we're at. Hopefully November goes a little bit better for us. We will see. But that's life, right? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into clothing. We have 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So we have 50 in here, which is actually not bad. The only thing that we need right now as far as clothing goes is maybe like some hoodies or some coats. We will see. Vacation has $40 in it. And this is one of the envelopes that I pulled from whenever we had our emergency situation, which was just 2 weeks ago. So I just haven't had enough time to pull out of this. Graduation has 40 left in it. So there's that. Card tags. This envelope has been depleted because we had to do car tags and license and stuff on my husband's vehicle. So we're basically starting over on this one. And I have yet to decide. We really need to buy a new car. And I have an emergency car fund that's already set up in my checking account as well. So if we buy a new car, we will pull like the taxes and stuff out of that one. Sorry about that. Anyway, we haven't decided if we're gonna buy a new car before the end of the year or wait until next year. Either way, I have like the sales tax and stuff like that in my emergency car fund, that if we buy one, we'll have it. If not, my car tags are due at the end of December, so there's that. Christmas, I did go do a little bit of Christmas shopping, so I only have $40 left in this envelope. This is just my extra Christmas money. We have Christmas Club money that we take out of every paycheck that comes out of my husband's paycheck. Car maintenance is only got $10 in there because, again, we had a catastrophe with the vehicle. Cost us like $300 to tow, and it also cost us like $500 to fix the car. So $10, $11, $12, $13, $14 in home projects, which we have been spending a lot of money on our house. So I mean, if I would add up the amount of money that I have put in and then spent, we would have quite a chunk of change in there, probably close to $300. Sports has nothing because we're just not doing sports right now. Medical, it has 20 in here. My dogs are like fighting with each other over there. So this one's nothing. We have $20 left over here. Back to school is nothing. We won't start back to school until December. Gifts is something that we kind of spend out all the time. If I see somebody in need or it's somebody's birthday at work, I will pull this money out and use it for like a lunch or something like that. So I didn't expect to have too much saved up in here, but there is $13 in there. Our birthdays are over for the year. My birthday was the last one. Car insurance has 100, 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. And I think we need $488 to do a 6-month premium. So whenever that gets there, we will do that. 156. Pets, medical, and this envelope too is something that we have been using and pulling out of because you know, we adopted 2 puppies and they need a bunch of things. So right now there's $40 in there. I look for that to also be depleted in the next couple of weeks because we need flea and tick and heartworm medication. So out of my sinking funds, we will add this up real quick. Sinking funds is 50 plus 40 plus 40 plus 10 plus 40 plus 10 plus 14 plus 20 plus 13 plus 156 plus 40. So our sinking fund total has $433, and I always like to count these out because that way I know where my money has gone and how much cash that I have on hand, and savings, and how my progress is from month to month. Savings total is going to be now in my savings, I always mark down here when I take money to the bank, as you guys can see right here. So I've already put 180 in the bank, and I have 20, 40, 60, 80 here. So that's gonna be 200, 220, 240, 260 total of what I have saved since the beginning of September. But I just put it back in the bank when it gets to be like, you know, close to $200 or $100. If I'm making a trip to the bank, I'll usually cash out my things. And my savings account has 150 in the bank. So 20, 40, 60, 80 here as well. So 150 plus 80 is 230 for just regular savings. And this home savings envelope is for our new home emergency fund. So that's really not bad for 2 months. And we're not touching that money. Now, in my $5 savings challenge, I should have $290. This is all my $5 bills that I have saved since the beginning of September. So we're gonna just double check this to make sure this is right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So just in 2 months, I have saved almost $300 just by saving my $500 or my $5 bills. You hear my dogs back there? They're like saying, I'm tired of being quiet. It's time for you to get done with this video. Okay, so my total savings that I have is $260 plus $230 plus $290. So that's gonna give me $780 in savings, which I like to have more savings than I do money in my sinking funds. It's not always gonna be that way, but I like having that amount of money in there. Just because you know you're putting your money up somewhere instead of spending everything you got. So if we add the 280 plus the 433, we end up having $1,213, which is still more than what I had left from the month of October. But as you can see, if I would have not had to get into my sinking funds at all, I would have over twice the amount of money in my sinking funds than I had last month. But sometimes that's just life, and that's the way that it goes, and emergencies come up, and you can choose to pull out of your emergency savings, or you can pull out of your sinking funds. It's all money sitting there ready to be used anyway, minus the savings part. You don't ever want to touch your savings. But hopefully November goes better than October did, and we're gonna hope for that. If you are new here, thank you so much for watching. I really love to have you as part of our family. Hit that subscribe button before you go, and we will see you guys in November. And for those of you guys who keep coming back, thank you so very much. If you see anything as far as the cash envelope system goes, I do have an Etsy store where some of this stuff is available for you. That is always linked in the description bar. Please go and check that out. And as always, guys, I will see you next week for another budget video. Bye.